Peanut butter cup. What's up, guys? Today we're taking a look at a very special gun. This is the 5-inch peanut butter cup from Infinity. So before we get into any details on this pistol, I want to talk about just the uniqueness of this gun, because this was in the drop that they did in February, which was their very first drop of 2026. I was super fortunate to get this and Goatee out of that drop that were both the photo guns. So if you're not familiar, they make one of each of the models and then take pictures to market them, and then everybody puts their orders in, and 8 months later you have your build. But I was fortunate to get my hands on 2 of the photo guns. So this and Goatee are the only 2 peanut butter cup and Goatee in existence for the next 4 or so months. So that's pretty cool. It is temporary, but I'll take it while it lasts. And specs on this gun, super cool, 5-inch, basically the ported island barrel. They call it the sight tracker barrel, so 2 ports on the pistol. And then the ergonomics on this grip are phenomenal. The way it fits in your hand with this huge competition magwell, the honeycomb grip tape texture on here is fantastic. And then of course you have that amazing Infinity trigger. The best trigger of any firearm I've ever shot is an Infinity 2011 trigger, hands down. So, and then lastly, I'm going to say this is my favorite hammer from Infinity, the Trax hammer, the way it just disappears into the back of the gun. I think that is so freaking cool. And other than that, they got the SRO cut, direct mill into the slide, sits super low, and it's just a gorgeous, it's an Infinity. What else can I say? So I'm gonna zip it. Let's get out and play with this gun and talk about performance. All right, we're over at the plate rack with peanut butter cup. The ultimate goal is to try to do this in under 2 seconds. I've never come all that close to it. Record is 2:18. Let's see if peanut butter cup has anything to say about that. 2:31, that felt way faster, dude. I thought that was gonna be close. Ah, that was a 189 if I could hit him. We might get it, Blakers. Oh, that was 217, so it would have beat it by 100th. 205.
Bam.
What the hell? Just for shits and giggles. $224. 195, but I don't know if those were all hits, dude. That one might have just fallen. We're gonna have to check the preview on that, but that didn't feel like 6 hits to me. $199, that's what I need. 203, that was hits. So still just, that beats the 205, but 300s, man. Oh, freebie. Stupid rack. But that was a 204 anyway.
Nice.
Dude. Okay, that is official 199. We're gonna keep working on it, but that feels good. All right, so peanut butter cup, a 5-inch solid steel pistol, great ergonomics of the grip, the ports, balance of this gun just allows you to shoot this thing so effortlessly. It is truly amazing. Over at the 7 with peanut butter cup, you know what that means. We're running bill drills. This should be a really good gun for bill drills. Actually, my PR on bill drills is a 155 with an Infinity, not this one, but it was with Bone Crusher. So that's a 4.5 inch, but has the cheek buster out front. So that it kind of acts like a sight block in a way. So let's see if a 5 inch, just solid chunk of steel has any flatter effects. 171, that's not a bad start. Oh, that trigger freeze at the end. Let's see, it was a 192, but 166 on that 5th shot. So if I didn't have that trigger freeze, would have been probably back in that 1/7. One high, 171 again. So great gun, I love these triggers. Threw one left, dude, that first shot at a 160. 167. So 167, I'll take that all day. I did it again.
No 7.
Yeah, I think it might have been 8. So let's see what 6 was. That was crazy. 156 at 6. So let's keep this going. For some reason, I keep shooting 8 shots. I get in the zone and I just keep going for some reason. So that would have been a 156, but can't count it on 8 shot string. So let's see if we can get a 154. 154.
Yeah, bro. Nice.
Holy crap. Let's see if we can get this. This gun's fast, man. It just doesn't move. 156, one left though. Ah, 141, dude. But obviously sprayed him. All right, so that is a huge win. Even though it's only 100th of a second, it goes from 155 to 154 on the PR for the bill drill. And it's no surprise, happened with an Infinity. I think you combine the elements of this gun being steel, that trigger, and the porting on these guns, and these are just a perfect combination for going fast on a bill drill. All right, guys, next drill, we're gonna run strong hand, weak hand, right hand, left hand, whatever you like to call it. But this is a drill I took from a portion of Tactical Cowboys Roundup. We just condensed it to the 7 and the 12. You would have seen this in episode 5 of the Battle of the 4.6s. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run this. So basically it's come out of the holster, master grip, right hand, left hand with six rounds each. So a total of 18 rounds worth 90 points at each distance. So let's see what it does. The Wraith did phenomenally well on this. So we also keep time. We should probably set a time standard, a par time. Just haven't done it enough to know what that is yet. This is like 9 seconds, I wanna say, and like 13 for the, something like that. I don't know. Let's do it. Oh, I forgot the glove. Forgot I had the glove on. I don't want to wear it for that. 982 and 2 misses. 88, not great. Glove didn't help. So let's run that one more time.
Okay.
I don't want the glove. Oh, nasty. Ooh, I really threw those down, dude. Yeah, just yanked these two. So that's an 88 in a 941. But I think the weight of the gun, I just like had it kind of, not a great grip, and just pushed them down. Don't do that. 941, and what did I say, 88? All right. Yeah, the Wraith did better there. So now to 12. Little slower from back here for sure. Can't really even see the A zone. One really high, one really right. So 88 again. Just had 2 wild ones up. So these were from the first run at 7 and these were 12. So 1341. I don't really have much of a reference for it because we just started doing it, but I think, so if you say 10 and 14 seconds, but other guns are gonna do it quicker. The Wraith was under that, but Mod 2 is pretty close, if I recall. But anyway, right hand, left hand. All right, lastly, we're gonna do something I don't even really have a name for, the triple Lindy, whatever. And it's these 3 targets, so C-zone, that circle, C-zone, from the draw, just trying to hit all 3 fast as you can. Missed the circle, 157. Oh my goodness. I think I missed that circle every time. I missed him now. Ah, that was a 143. There we go, 138. So that was fast. That's more like it. 151, that was a draw. Missed that last one. Don't have enough. So, I mean, 138, I'll take that. All right, guys, that is the very first intentional rounds through the Infinity Peanut Butter Cup. So I've had this gun since February, waiting for the time to come out and film this video, because as I've said about other guns in other videos, I like to get the actual first impression of purposeful, intentional shooting on film. So I can't say that it's been easy to hold off this long, but I've had a lot of other stuff I had to get through, and finally getting to this was spectacular. So came out today, had a couple impressions in mind. I knew this thing was going to be a little smoother, a little flatter than my other Infinities, which are steel, 4.5 inch, and also ported for the most part. So those guns rip. I thought this thing would be fast, but maybe not as fast, but smoother, flatter, more of a Cadillac feel to it. And it did have that, but it just had speed as well. This thing is crazy. It got 2 PRs for me today. So right now, this might be the reigning champ of personal records in my collection. It got a record on the plate rack of 203, or no, a 199. Holy crap, I forgot about that. It got a couple today, so it broke its own record. So it got a 199 on the plate rack, which is awesome. And then it also got a 154 on the bill drill, which was previously held by the Bone Crusher at a 155. So 100th, it's a win. It's not a tremendous amount, but it's faster. And at that point, like, once I get below 1.6, there's not a whole lot of room for improvement until I make some serious stratospheric leaps in my shooting. And that one did surprise me. I thought that this thing would be really good at a bill drill, but it's all trade-off. So you get this steel paired with the Infinity trigger and the porting, and I know this thing is just gonna sit, but that's at presentation. So the trade-off is all that weight coming from here out of the holster to here. And I thought that might be enough that it wouldn't break that. It would tie Bone Crusher at best. But hey, we got 100th out of it and a PR. I'm not going to complain. That is badass. This is such a cool gun. First 5-inch pistol from Infinity, and man, I'm super impressed. I definitely want some more 5-inch guns from Infinity. Love everything about it. This grip texture is phenomenal, and I just keep repeating myself about Infinity triggers, but I'm that obsessed with them. They're that good. And other than that, you'll probably be seeing this in some upcoming videos of me maybe doing some training videos or something out here, because I'm going to be shooting this gun. I got to take advantage of it being the only peanut butter cup for like the next 4 months. Because as I mentioned, that label is temporary. There will be others coming, and soon. So for all those guys that ordered a peanut butter cup, you guys are in for a treat. And there is an Infinity drop coming up very soon. I believe the first one is the 12th of June. So make sure you're trying to get whatever gun in that drop is for you. I want to thank everybody over at Infinity, Brandon, Peyton, Joe, the whole Infinity team, and of course, Momo Shoots. Keep an eye out for that drop. and all the future stuff coming from Infinity. You're gonna see this gun more in the future, and I still have baby bones coming, so I haven't forgotten about that. That one will be next. So please stay tuned, comment, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. I'm Jeff for the Weapon Collective, and I'll catch you next time. It's truly just a relaxing gun to shoot.